The sun rose slowly over the sleepy village of Lijiang, nestled in the lush green mountains of Yunnan Province, China. Birds chirped their morning songs as the first rays of light touched the ancient cobblestone streets. 8-year-old Mei Lin yawned and stretched in her bed, excited for the day ahead. Mei Lin's mother, Wei, called from the kitchen. "Mei Lin, breakfast is ready." The little girl jumped out of bed, her long black hair bouncing as she ran downstairs. The smell of steamed buns and spicy noodles filled the air. Mei Lin's father, Chen, sat at the table reading the news on his tablet. "Good morning, little dragon," Chen said, smiling at his daughter. Mei Lin giggled at her nickname and sat down to eat. As she slurped her noodles, she asked, "Papa, can we go to the market today? I want to buy a new kite." Chen nodded. "Of course, after you finish your homework." The family's peaceful morning was like countless others across the globe. In New York, businessmen hurried to work, clutching coffee cups. In Rio de Janeiro, surfers caught early morning waves. In Cairo, tourists marveled at the ancient pyramids. For years, Earth had enjoyed a golden age of peace and prosperity. Nations worked together to solve global problems. Science and technology advanced rapidly. Poverty and disease were at all-time lows. Humans dreamed of a bright future among the stars. Little did they know, their peaceful world was about to change forever. High above Earth's atmosphere, a sleek silver spacecraft appeared out of nowhere. Its hull gleamed in the sunlight as it silently approached the blue planet. Inside, alien beings with 4 eyes and scaly skin studied holographic displays of Earth. The alien captain, Zexticle, spoke in a series of clicks and whistles. "Scan complete. Primitive technology detected. No significant space presence. Proceed with resource extraction." Back in Lijiang, Mei Lin finished her homework and tugged on her father's sleeve. "Papa, let's go to the market now." Chen laughed and stood up. "All right, little dragon. Let's go get that kite." Hand in hand, father and daughter walked through the village's winding streets. Colorful lanterns swayed in the breeze, and the air was filled with the chatter of villagers and tourists alike. Suddenly, a deafening roar filled the sky. People stopped and looked up, shielding their eyes from the sun. A massive shadow fell over the village as the alien spacecraft descended through the clouds. Panic erupted in the streets. People screamed and ran for cover. Chen scooped Mei Lin into his arms and sprinted towards home. "Wei," he shouted as he burst through the door. "We need to leave now." Wei's eyes widened in fear as she saw the chaos outside. She quickly grabbed a bag and started throwing in supplies. The alien ship hovered over the village, its size dwarfing the tallest buildings. A hatch opened in its underside, and a beam of intense green light shot out. It swept across the village, vaporizing everything it touched. Ancient buildings crumbled to dust. Trees and crops withered in seconds. Chen held Mei Lin close as they ran with Wei towards the mountains. The little girl cried out in terror as she watched her home disappear in a flash of green light. As they reached the edge of the village, a second beam lashed out from the ship. It struck the ground just meters from the fleeing family. The explosion threw them off their feet. Chen and Wei hit the ground hard, but Mei Lin was tossed further, landing in a crumpled heap. "Mei Lin!" Wei screamed, crawling towards her motionless daughter. The alien ship rose higher into the sky, its deadly work complete. In just minutes, the once thriving village of Lijiang was reduced to a smoldering crater. As the ship disappeared into the clouds, news of the attack spread like wildfire. Smartphones captured shaky footage of the destruction. Social media exploded with panic and confusion. Emergency services were overwhelmed with calls. In Beijing, military commanders rushed to alert the president. In Washington, D.C., the Pentagon buzzed with frantic activity. In Moscow, London, and every major capital, leaders struggled to understand the unprecedented attack. Within hours, the entire world knew Earth was under alien attack. Back in the ruins of Lijiang, Wei cradled an unconscious Mei Lin in her arms. The little girl's breathing was shallow, her body covered in cuts and burns. Chen stood nearby, his eyes fixed on the sky where the alien ship had vanished. As sirens wailed in the distance, Chen's fists clenched in determination. He spoke softly, but with steel in his voice. They attacked a child. They attacked our home. Humanity will not stand for this. Little did the aliens know, they had just awakened a sleeping giant. Earth's response would shock the galaxy and change the course of history forever. The world was in chaos. 12 hours after the attack on Lijiang, every TV channel, radio station, and news website blared with updates. Shaky cell phone videos of the alien ship played on repeat. Social media exploded with theories and panic. In a secret underground bunker beneath Washington, D.C., President Sarah Martinez paced back and forth. Her usually neat suit was wrinkled, and dark circles shadowed her eyes. Around a large table sat the heads of the military, NASA, and top scientists. "What do we know?" President Martinez demanded. General John Thompson, a tall man with a square jaw, stood up. "Madam President, the alien ship appeared suddenly over Lijiang, China. It destroyed the village in minutes, then vanished. We've detected no other alien activity since then." A nervous-looking scientist raised his hand. "Our satellites picked up an energy signature unlike anything we've ever seen. Whatever their technology is, it's far beyond ours." President Martinez slammed her fist on the table. "Options, people. I need options." The room fell silent. Then a voice spoke from the shadows. "Maybe not as far beyond as you think, Madam President." All heads turned as a figure stepped into the light. It was Dr. Elena Volkov, a brilliant but secretive scientist known for her work on cutting-edge technology. "What do you mean, Dr. Volkov?" the President asked. Elena's eyes gleamed. "It's time I showed you Project Artemis. Halfway across the world, in a hospital in Kunming, China, Mei Lin lay in a bed surrounded by beeping machines. Her parents, Chen and Wei, sat by her side, their faces etched with worry. A doctor entered the room, his face grim. "Mr. and Mrs. Lai, your daughter's injuries are severe. We're doing everything we can." But he trailed off. Wei sobbed quietly while Chen's fists clenched. "Doctor," he said, his voice tight with emotion, "my daughter will survive. She must. For all of us." Back in Washington, President Martinez and her team followed Dr. Volkov through a series of heavily guarded doors. They descended in an elevator that seemed to go down forever. "For the past 20 years, Elena explained, a secret international coalition has been preparing for this day. We always knew we weren't alone in the universe. We just didn't know if our cosmic neighbors would be friendly." The elevator doors opened, revealing a massive underground hangar. President Martinez's jaw dropped. Before them stood a fleet of sleek, silver spacecraft. They looked almost alien in design, yet bore the flags of nations from around the world. "Welcome," Elena said with a smile, "to Earth's secret space fleet." As the group walked among the ships, Elena continued, "We've reverse-engineered technology from crashed UFOs, combined with our most advanced innovations. These ships are capable of faster-than-light travel, advanced weapon systems, and technology that even I don't fully understand." General Thompson whistled. "How many?" 500 ships, fully crewed and ready for action," Elena replied. President Martinez's eyes widened. "How is this possible? How have you kept this secret?" Elena's face turned serious. "It wasn't easy, Madam President, but we knew the fate of humanity might depend on it." Suddenly, an alarm blared through the hangar. Red lights flashed as a voice came over the intercom. "Alert! Multiple alien ships detected entering the solar system." The President turned to General Thompson. "How long until they reach Earth?" The general checked his tablet. "At their current speed, 48 hours." President Martinez straightened her jacket, a look of determination on her face. "Then we have 48 hours to prepare." Dr. Volkov, brief the fleet commanders. General Thompson, coordinate with global military forces. It's time to show these aliens that they picked the wrong planet to mess with. As the bunker burst into action, the president made a call. Within minutes, leaders from around the world appeared on a massive screen for an emergency video conference. Ladies and gentlemen, President Martinez began. I have both terrifying and hopeful news. Earth is under alien attack, but we are not defenseless. It's time to unveil our greatest secret and unite as one planet. As she explained the situation, gasps and exclamations filled the air. But soon, nods of agreement replaced looks of shock. The president of China spoke up. We stand with you. The attack on Lijiang will not go unanswered. One by one, world leaders pledged their support. For the first time in history, the entire planet stood united against a common threat. As the meeting ended, President Martinez looked around the room, her voice firm. Humanity has been challenged, but humanity will prevail. Let's show the universe what we're made of. The sleeping giant had awakened, and it was ready for a fight. The next 24 hours were a whirlwind of activity. In secret bases around the world, Earth's hidden fleet prepared for launch. Pilots and crew members said goodbye to confused families, unable to reveal their true mission. At the heart of this controlled chaos stood Admiral Sarah Chen. At 45, she was the youngest person ever to reach her rank, known for her brilliant tactical mind and unwavering courage. Now she faced the greatest challenge of her career, leading humanity's first interstellar war. In the command center of the flagship Horizon, Admiral Chen studied holographic displays of the approaching alien fleet. Her second-in-command, Commander Raj Patel, stood beside her. Status report, Chen ordered, her voice calm despite the pressure. Raj swiped through data on his tablet. All 500 ships report ready. Admiral. Weapons systems online, faster than light drives charge. We're as ready as we'll ever be. Chen nodded, her eyes never leaving the displays. And the aliens? Still on course. They'll reach Mars orbit in 18 hours. A beep from the communication console interrupted them. Admiral. A young officer called out, incoming transmission from Earth Command. The main screen lit up with the face of President Martinez. Admiral Chen, are we ready to defend our home? Chen stood straight, her voice firm. Yes, Madam President. Operation Cosmic Guardian is go. Martinez's eyes softened for a moment. The hopes of humanity rest with you, Admiral. Good luck, and Godspeed. As the transmission ended, Chen turned to her crew. This is it, people. The moment we've trained for our entire lives. Humanity is counting on us. Let's show these aliens what we're made of. A cheer went up through the command center. Chen allowed herself a small smile before issuing her orders. All ships, prepare for launch. Operation Cosmic Guardian begins now. Around the world, hidden hangar doors slid open. In the deserts of Nevada, the mountains of Switzerland, and the Australian outback, Earth's secret fleet rose into the sky. People on the ground pointed and gasped, their phones capturing footage of the incredible sight. In low Earth orbit, the 500 ships of humanity's fleet assembled. To anyone watching from the ground, they looked like a new constellation of moving stars. Aboard the Horizon, Admiral Chen took a deep breath. All ships, activate FTL drives. Our first stop is Mars. We meet the enemy there and push them back. With a flash of light that outshone the stars, Earth's fleet vanished, racing towards their rendezvous with destiny. Meanwhile, in the hospital incoming, Mei Lin's condition had stabilized. The young girl's eyes fluttered open to see her parents' relieved faces. Mama, Papa, she said weakly. What happened? I had a bad dream about monsters in the sky. Wei stroked her daughter's hair gently. It's okay, sweetheart. You're safe now. Chen looked out the window at the night sky, his jaw set with determination. And soon, those monsters will learn they should never have come here. A nurse entered the room, her eyes wide with excitement. Have you seen the news? Earth has a space fleet. They're going to fight the aliens. As Chen and Wei watched the footage on the nurse's phone, Mei Lin tugged at her father's sleeve. "Papa, will the spaceships keep us safe?" Chen knelt beside his daughter's bed, taking her small hand in his. "Yes, little dragon. Brave men and women are going to make sure those monsters never hurt anyone again." Back in space, Earth's fleet dropped out of FTL near Mars. The red planet loomed large in their view screens, but all eyes were on the approaching alien armada. Admiral Chen's voice rang out across all channels. "This is Admiral Sarah Chen of Earth's Defense Fleet. To all ships, battle stations. Today, we fight not just for our lives, but for the future of our entire species. Today, we show the universe that humanity will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day." Cheers erupted across the fleet as weapons powered up and shields flickered to life. The alien ships, caught off guard by the unexpected resistance, scrambled to form attack positions. As the two fleets closed in on each other, Admiral Chen gave one final order: "All ships, attack." With that command, the greatest battle in human history began. The blackness of space lit up with laser fire and explosions as humanity fought for its very survival. The first round of Operation Cosmic Guardian was underway, and the fate of Earth hung in the balance. The void of space around Mars erupted into a dazzling display of light and color. Lasers crisscrossed the darkness, while explosions bloomed like silent fireworks. Earth's fleet, though outnumbered, fought with a ferocity that caught the aliens off guard. Aboard the flagship Horizon, Admiral Sarah Chen barked orders, her eyes darting between holographic displays. Squadrons Alpha and Beta flanked their left. Gamma watched their fighters. Commander Raj Patel's voice cut through the chaos. "Admiral, their technology is more advanced, but they seem unprepared for actual combat. It's like they've never faced real resistance before." Chen allowed herself a grim smile. "Then let's show them what happens when you pick a fight with humans." As the battle raged on, it became clear that what humanity lacked in technology, they'd made up for in creativity and adaptability. Earth pilots pulled off maneuvers the aliens had never seen, using Mars gravity to slingshot around and ambush enemy ships. On one of the smaller human ships, the Defiant, Captain Maria Rodriguez saw an opportunity. "Helm, take us in close to that big alien cruiser. Weapons, prepare to fire everything we've got at their engines." Her crew looked nervous but determined. The Defiant swooped in, dodging enemy fire. When they were almost close enough to touch the alien ship, Rodriguez shouted, "Fire!" The Defiant unleashed a barrage that overwhelmed the alien ship's shields. Its engines exploded, sending it spinning out of control. Cheers erupted on the Defiant's bridge. Back on the horizon, Chen received the news with satisfaction. "Good work, Defiant. All ships, copy their tactic. Target enemy engines and power systems." As the human fleet adapted, the tide of battle began to turn. More alien ships fell, their crews unused to the aggressive and unpredictable human tactics. Suddenly, Raj called out, "Admiral, we're detecting a massive energy buildup in the alien flagship." Chen's eyes narrowed. "They're preparing to retreat. All ships, focus fire on their flagship. Don't let them escape." The space around the alien flagship became a storm of laser fire and missiles. Its shields flickered and failed under the onslaught. Just as it seemed about to jump to light speed, a final volley from the horizon struck home. The alien ship exploded in a blinding flash. A stunned silence fell over the human fleet, broken by Chen's steady voice. "Status report." Raj checked his console, his voice filled with disbelief. "Admiral, the remaining alien ships are retreating. We've won." Cheers erupted across every human ship. They had faced their first extraterrestrial enemy and emerged victorious. But Chen knew this was only the beginning. "All ships, hold positions," she ordered. "This isn't over yet." As the human fleet regrouped, Salvage teams were sent to examine the debris of destroyed alien ships. Scientists and engineers worked frantically to understand the advanced technology. On Earth, news of the victory spread like wildfire. People poured into the streets, celebrating humanity's first interstellar battle. In Times Square, Moscow's Red Square, and Beijing's Tiananmen Square, massive screens showed grainy footage of the space battle. In her hospital room in Kunming, Mei Lin watched the celebrations on TV, her eyes wide with wonder. "Papa, does this mean the monsters are gone?" Chen squeezed his daughter's hand. "Not yet, little dragon, but it means we can fight them. It means there's hope." Back in space, Admiral Chen received a priority transmission from Earth. President Martinez's face appeared on the main screen, her expression a mix of joy and concern. "Congratulations, Admiral. You've given humanity its first victory. But our long-range sensors have detected more alien ships approaching. A lot more." Chen nodded gravely. "We'll be ready, Madam President. We know we can beat them now." As the transmission ended, Chen turned to her crew. "All right, people. We've won the first battle, but the war is just beginning. Let's get to work. We need to repair our ships, improve our weapons, and prepare for the next round." She paused, looking at each member of her bridge crew. "What we do here will be remembered for centuries. We are no longer just Americans, Russians, Chinese, or Europeans. From this day forward, we are the defenders of Earth, and we will not fail." As the human fleet bustled with activity, preparing for the battles to come, news of their victory raced across the galaxy. On distant worlds, other alien species learned of the small blue planet that had defied the odds. Some felt fear, others admiration, but all agreed on one thing. Humanity had announced its presence to the cosmos, and the universe would never be the same. In the days following humanity's first victory, the solar system became a hive of activity. Earth's fleet, now battle-tested, worked tirelessly to prepare for the next wave of alien attacks. Salvaged alien technology was quickly reverse-engineered and integrated into human ships. Admiral Sarah Chen stood before a holographic map of the galaxy, her brow furrowed in concentration. Commander Raj Patil entered the room, carrying a datapad. "Admiral," Raj said, "we've decoded more of the alien communications. It's troubling." Chen raised an eyebrow. "Go on." Raj tapped his pad, and the galactic map zoomed in on a cluster of stars. "The aliens we fought are part of something called the Galactic Hegemony. They control thousands of worlds across this sector of the galaxy." Chen's eyes widened. "Thousands. We barely held our own against a small fleet." "There's more," Raj continued. "Earth was targeted for resource extraction. They didn't expect any resistance. We were supposed to be easy prey." Chen's jaw clenched. "Well, they learned their lesson. But now we've got a bigger problem. We're not just fighting a group of aliens. We're up against an empire." As they discussed strategy, an alert sounded. A junior officer rushed in. "Admiral, we're detecting a transmission from deep space. It's aimed at Earth." On Earth, in the underground command center, President Martinez and her team watched as the alien transmission was decoded. The hologram of an alien being flickered to life. It had 4 eyes, scaly skin, and tentacles where a mouth should be. The alien spoke, its words translated by the computer. "Humans of Earth, I am Grand Overseer Zixtal of the Galactic Hegemony. Your recent victory was unexpected, but it changes nothing. Surrender now, and we may spare your lives as our servants. Resist, and we will crush your civilization into dust." The transmission ended, leaving the room in stunned silence. Dr. Elena Volkov was the first to speak. "Madam President, we can't give up. We've proven we can fight them." Martinez nodded, her face set with determination. "Agreed. But we need more than just military strength. We need allies." Back in space, Admiral Chen received the transmission and Earth's decision to fight. She gathered her top officers for a war council. The Hegemony thinks they have us outmatched, Chen began. But they've underestimated us once. We'll make them do it again. Commander Patel, what have we learned about their empire? Raj brought up a new hologram. The Hegemony rules through fear and superior technology, but their empire is vast. There are signs of unrest on many worlds. Some species they've conquered might be willing to help us if we can reach them. Captain Maria Rodriguez, newly promoted after her bravery in the first battle, spoke up. So we're not just fighting a war, we're starting a rebellion. Chen nodded. Exactly. We need to strike hard and fast, show the galaxy that the Hegemony isn't invincible. Dr. Volkov, how soon can we equip a ship for long-range exploration? The scientist thought for a moment. With the new alien tech, 2 weeks, maybe less. Good, Chen said. Captain Rodriguez, I'm giving you command of our first deep space mission. Your job is to make contact with potential allies and gather intelligence. Rodriguez stood straighter. I won't let you down, Admiral. As the meeting ended, Chen looked out at the stars. The galaxy had become a chessboard, and humanity had just made its opening move. On Earth, Mei Lin was finally released from the hospital. As she and her parents walked out into the sunlight, they saw a crowd gathered around a public view screen. The news was showing images of Earth's fleet and the alien transmission. Papa, Mei Lin asked, are we going to be okay? Chen knelt down beside his daughter. Do you remember the stories I told you about our ancestors? How they faced great challenges, but always found a way to overcome them. Mei Lin nodded. Well, this is our challenge now. It won't be easy, but we humans are stronger than any alien empire. We'll find a way. We always do. As they walked home, Mei Lin looked up at the sky. She couldn't see the great battles being fought in space, but she felt a swell of pride. Her planet, her people were fighting for their future among the stars. In orbit, the Horizon prepared to lead Earth's fleet out into the galaxy. Admiral Chen gave the order. All ships prepare for FTL jump. Our destination, the heart of the Hegemony. Let's show them what humanity can do. With a flash of light, Earth's defenders vanished into the depths of space, ready to write the next chapter in humanity's greatest adventure. 3 months had passed since Earth's fleet ventured into the depths of space. The war against the Galactic Hegemony raged across star systems, with humanity fighting tooth and nail for every victory. News of battles, both won and lost, trickled back to Earth, keeping the population on edge. In the Lai household in Lijiang, now rebuilt after the alien attack, Mei Lin sat at her desk, her face scrunched in concentration. She was writing something on a tablet, occasionally pausing to think. Her mother, Wei, peeked into the room. Mei Lin, dinner's almost ready. What are you working on so intently? The young girl looked up, her eyes shining with determination. I'm writing a letter, Mama, to the aliens. Wei was taken aback. To the aliens? Why? Mei Lin's voice was firm. Because they need to understand. They hurt us, but we're not just going to give up. I want to tell them who we are. Meanwhile, in a distant star system, Captain Maria Rodriguez's ship, the Explorer, limped out of a fierce battle. They had just helped liberate a planet from hegemony control, but the cost had been high. Rodriguez contacted Admiral Chen, whose face appeared on the view screen, looking tired but resolute. Captain, report, Chen ordered. Admiral, we've secured the Proxima system. The local species, the Zirconians, have pledged to join our alliance. But, Rodriguez hesitated. Go on, Captain. The Hegemony's tactics are getting more desperate. They're starting to target civilian populations. We need to find a way to end this war soon, or there might not be much of a galaxy left to save. Chen nodded grimly. Understood. Return to the rendezvous point. We need to plan our next move. As the transmission ended, Chen turned to Commander Patel. Raj, what's the status of our communication array? Patel consulted his datapad. It's operational, Admiral. We can now broadcast across most of the Hegemony's territory. But what message could possibly make a difference at this point? Chen's eyes lit up with an idea. Maybe it's not about the message, but the messenger. Contact Earth. I have a request to make. Back on Earth, Mei Lin was surprised to receive a call from President Martinez herself. The president explained Admiral Chen's idea and asked for Mei Lin's help. The young girl listened intently, then nodded with a serious expression. I'll do it, she said firmly. Days later, Mei Lin stood in a high-tech broadcasting studio, surrounded by cameras and lights. Her parents watched nervously from behind the cameras as a technician counted down. Broadcasting in 3, 2, 1. Mei Lin took a deep breath and began to speak, her words being translated into hundreds of alien languages and broadcast across the galaxy. Hello, my name is Mei Lin. I'm 8 years old, and I'm from Earth. 3 months ago, your ships attacked my village. I was hurt, and I was scared. But I'm not scared anymore. I'm sad. In ships and on planets across the galaxy, aliens of all species paused to watch this unexpected message. Mei Lin continued, her voice growing stronger. I'm sad because I don't understand why you want to hurt us. We didn't do anything to you. We just want to live and learn and explore, just like you do. My papa tells me stories about our ancestors, how they faced big problems but always found a way to work together and solve them. I think we could do that too, if you'd let us. In the Hegemony Central Command, Grand Overseer Zixtal watched the broadcast, his tentacles twitching with confusion and a hint of something else. Doubt. Mei Lin's message went on. You might think you're stronger than us because you have bigger ships or better weapons, but that's not what real strength is. Real strength is being kind when it's hard. It's helping others even when you're scared. It's standing up for what's right, no matter what. Across the Hegemony's empire, enslaved species began to murmur. Some dared to hope. Others began to question their masters for the first time. So this is my message to you, Mei Lin said, her eyes shining with tears and determination. We will not give up. We will keep fighting. Not just for ourselves, but for everyone you've hurt. But we'd rather make peace. We'd rather be friends. The choice is yours. Thank you. The broadcast ended, and for a moment, the galaxy held its breath. In her flagship, Admiral Chen received an urgent message. Admiral, a breathless officer reported, we're detecting widespread communications across the Hegemony's networks. There's talk of rebellion on dozens of worlds. Chen allowed herself a small smile. Well done, Mei Lin, she whispered. You've given us a chance. As news of the broadcast's impact spread, humans and their alien allies prepared for the next phase of the war. But now, they fought with renewed hope. A child's words had sparked a fire that threatened to bring down an empire. The galaxy would never be the same again. The weeks following Mei Lin's galactic broadcast were a whirlwind of activity. Across the Hegemony's vast empire, planet after planet rose up in rebellion. Species that had been oppressed for centuries found the courage to fight back, inspired by humanity's resilience and a young girl's words. Admiral Sarah Chen stood on the bridge of the horizon, watching as reports flooded in from across the galaxy. Commander Raj Patil approached, his face a mix of excitement and disbelief. Admiral, you won't believe this, he said, handing her a datapad. The Zirconians have taken control of 3 key Hegemony shipyards. The Valaxians have liberated their home system. And there's more. Chen scrolled through the reports, her eyes widening. It's happening everywhere. The empire is crumbling from within. But the Hegemony wasn't going down without a fight. Grand Overseer Zixtal, enraged by the turning tide, gathered the Empire's remaining loyal forces for a final, desperate assault on Earth. As the massive alien armada approached the solar system, humanity and its new allies prepared for the battle that would decide the fate of the galaxy. President Martinez addressed the people of Earth one last time before the fight. my fellow humans, and our brave alien allies. Today, we face our greatest challenge, but we do not face it alone. Remember, we fight not just for our planet, but for the freedom of every species in the galaxy. Stand strong. Be brave. Victory will be ours. In Lijiang, Mei Lin and her family huddled around their view screen, watching as Earth's combined fleet took up defensive positions around the planet. The young girl clutched her parents' hands tightly. "Papa, Mama," she whispered, "will we be okay?" Chen smiled at his daughter, his voice steady. "We will, little dragon. Thanks to you, we're not alone anymore." As the Hegemony fleet entered the solar system, they were met not just by Earth's ships, but by vessels from a dozen alien races. The battle that ensued was unlike anything the galaxy had ever seen. Admiral Chen's voice crackled over the comms. "All ships, engage. For Earth and for freedom." The space around Earth erupted into chaos. Laser fire crisscrossed the void, missiles streaked between ships, and fighters darted through the melee. The Hegemony's superior numbers were matched by the Allies' determination and clever tactics. Captain Maria Rodriguez, leading a squadron of mixed human and alien ships, spotted a weakness in the enemy formation. "This is Rogue Leader. All ships, follow me. We're going for their command ship." Her bold move paid off. As Rodriguez's squadron punched through the Hegemony's defenses, they opened a path for the horizon. Admiral Chen seized the opportunity. "All ships, concentrate fire on the enemy flagship," she ordered. The combined firepower of Earth's allies hammered the massive Hegemony vessel. Its shields flickered and failed, and explosions blossomed along its hull. Aboard the dying ship, Grand Overseer Zixtal realized the bitter truth. He had underestimated humanity, and in doing so, had caused the downfall of his entire empire. With a final, defiant roar, he activated the ship's self-destruct sequence. The Hegemony flagship exploded in a blinding flash, taking Zextal and his dreams of conquest with it. Without their leader and central command, the remaining Hegemony forces fell into disarray. One by one, they began to surrender or retreat. As the realization of victory spread through the Allied fleet, cheers erupted across every ship. On Earth, people poured into the streets, celebrating their planet's survival and newfound place in the galactic community. In the days that followed, representatives from Earth and its alien allies met to discuss the future. The galactic hegemony was no more, replaced by a new alliance of free worlds. 1 month after the final battle, a special ceremony was held in the newly constructed Galactic Council chamber in Geneva. President Martinez stood at the podium, addressing delegates from dozens of alien races. "Today, we turn the page on a dark chapter in our shared history," she began. "We look forward to a future of cooperation, exploration, and peace. And to symbolize this new era, I can think of no better ambassador than the young girl whose words touched hearts across the galaxy." Nai Lin stepped forward, her eyes wide with wonder as she looked out at the diverse assembly of alien beings. She cleared her throat and spoke, her voice clear and strong. "Hello, everyone. I'm Mai Lin from Earth. I'm excited to meet all of you and learn about your worlds. I hope we can all be friends and work together to make the galaxy a better place for everyone." The chamber erupted in applause and alien equivalents of cheering. As Mei Lin smiled and waved, she caught her parents' proud gaze from the audience. Admiral Chen, watching the broadcast from the horizon, couldn't help but smile. Humanity had faced its greatest challenge and emerged stronger than ever. They had not only saved themselves but had brought freedom to countless worlds. As she looked out at the stars, Chen knew that this was just the beginning. A whole galaxy of wonders and challenges awaited. But whatever the future held, humanity would face it united, both with each other and with their new alien friends. The universe would never be the same, and that was a good thing.